Hello and welcome back to the GorillaBiker, and today what we're discussing is a couple of things. So number one, this the RiserApp, which was kind of not suggested. It wasn't suggested directly, but I saw it on someone who I follow story, Koji. I'm not going to try to say her name because I have no idea how it's pronounced, so I'll put a link in the description to her Instagram, but that's where I saw it. And you know, I've been meaning to try a couple of these curvy road apps. Now the only thing that's a pity about this one is I wanted to do the super curvy route on the way home, but it was part of the premium content. Oop. So I'm not going to use that. But this is a test of the free version of the RiserApp. That's what it's called, is RiserApp on Google Play, because I have a googly my phone. So let's see how it goes. So far I know it's not bringing me on the motorway, which obviously is good, because if it brought me to the motorway, I think that'll be this app in the bin pretty much straight away. Another thing I want to talk about today, and I promise I'll skip on until we get to actual curvy roads and not traffic then, is the fact that YouTube is trialing the removal of the dislike button. I've already seen it on my phone, I've already seen it on the mobile app. So for creators, or if you, whatever you want to call it, they called it for creators, but on the emails. But for me, you know, someone who publishes videos, basically I can no longer see easily how many dislikes I have in a video. So we're going to talk about that as well when we hit some better road systems. So I'll talk to you all when we do. So where we are right now is that actually I realise I don't think I've ever taken you through here. We're in Waterford, which is, you know, where I work, and that is where we be is in Waterford City. Right now it's where we're going through. So, oh, nice bike. I'll be interested to see, you know, does it get us onto nice country roads quickly, because I have noticed on these apps that's something which often gets missed is, you know, is it a country road or is it an actual city road? And I do plan on testing a few of these apps just purely out of my own interest, because, you know, I have to take different ways home from work these days to try to keep myself interested in life in general. And I'm going to test Kalimoto, and there's another one that I can't remember the name of that Hatter suggested that I'm going to test. I'm not sure if that actually provides a route for you, or do you have to input a route, but we'll try them out anyway. Any that I can find, I'll try. Little bit more of Waterford free. Waterford is has some nice, I think you call them murals. I think is what you call them. I'm going left here. And actually, interestingly, I found out only yesterday, or was it yesterday, 2 days ago, that whole area up there to the right, it's called like Misery Mound or Misery Mountain or Mount of Misery or something like that, which is absolutely hilarious if you know any of the stories about Waterford. Which I won't mention because Waterford people might get upset with me, but I just found it hilarious that it's called Mount Misery or whatever it is called. Now, one thing I will say straight off the bat about the RiserApp that I'm not a big fan of, which is probably something that's really easily fixed, is obviously I'm wearing my Garmin watch thing, which obviously is connected to my phone by Bluetooth, and when I started the route, what immediately happened was my watch started buzzing constantly to say the route had been paused, which is fine, but it was immediately really annoying. So I just turned off the Bluetooth on my phone, which means that I can't use my Cardo at the same time, which is a minor inconvenience for sure, but that was one thing that just annoyed me a little bit. And the other thing that I find difficult is the fact that I now, and this could be something that I need to change on settings or something, but it's really hard to tell where it's actually telling you to go, because all I'm getting is this kind of blacked out grey background, and it's really hard to tell what road I should actually be taking. So that's another slight straight off the bat observation that I'm not really a huge fan of. Like, I think this is telling me to take the first exit on the roundabout, but it's actually really, really hard to tell. Ooh, ooh. And we've caught up to the band. So this is a road I've actually ridden on before many moons ago on my Magna. Oh no. Oh no! I don't like those bits. And it is very nice. I'm hoping I can get past this van pretty soon. So if this is the way the RiserApp is bringing me, I would give it props straight off the bat, because it's a good road. Oh, I'm going this way, I think. Yes. That's what I mean, it's actually really hard to tell. Now, I don't know, is it like that? To try not distract you, but... Ah, this is cool, isn't it? Pretty! Woohoo! Whee! Oh, that was fun. I'm already having more fun than I would on the way home on the motorway. So it works a little bit, I suppose. What was I going to say though? So yeah, I mean, you know, just the one main detractor I would have is I don't like the fact it doesn't show you the other by roads, just because it's hard to tell which turnoff you're supposed to be taking. So that would be a slight minor point. Oh, thank God he's leaving. Woo! Don't you go. Don't you even think about going. Yeah. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about is this YouTube removing the dislike button feature thing. And I'll be honest, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me at all, because I mean, I need to know, or I find it useful to know if someone doesn't like my video. And you know, a lot of people don't comment. Even, you know, you can get a lot of likes on a video, and still people won't comment to say, you know, why they liked it and stuff, which is absolutely fine. I mean, I'm the same. I don't do that. So I try to comment on as someone who makes videos, I try to comment on as many videos as possible, because I know for someone like me it's important to know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. But I find it strange that it's an idea to remove that dislike function from the creator. And look, I'm not trying to be down on anyone. Absolutely not, but it's not my style. But the thing about it is, by removing the dislike function, I think you're just playing into people who only want positive feedback. And the thing about it is if you only have yes men or yes people, as it might be, yes women, whatever, that's not healthy. I think it's important to always have two sides of a coin. And yes, some people are unhinged and are just negative because they don't like how you look. You know, I've had people tell me they don't like my videos because I'm fat before, which is fine. I mean, if that's why they don't like the video, that's on them. I see that as a them problem. That's not a me problem. That's an issue with them. But where that does become an issue is when you have someone who has a genuine issue with one of your videos. You know, they feel that, you know, you've been silly and used like lots of clickbait, and you're consistently using clickbait, because we all occasionally clickbait. It's a bit of fun. But if you're consistently using clickbait, or if you make a video and it's like, oh, I bought a new Yamaha R1, and then, you know, they watch 15 minutes for a reveal and it's like a Lego Yamaha R1. That's a cool view, isn't it? This is a nice road. You know, I think that's a pretty reasonable reason to dislike a video. Or if someone's just being like, you know, one of the many bad words that I try not to use on YouTube, because YouTube kind of doesn't push certain videos if you say words, but you know what I mean. If people are just being general knobheads, another reason to push the dislike button, in my opinion. I really apologize if it's just lots of wind noise. It's really windy. A reason not to push a dislike button is, you know, if someone is overweight or whatever else, that's not a reason to push a dislike button. Someone's physical appearance is quite honestly none of your business. Woo, look at that. Pretty. Like, I don't think it's good to tell someone, like, I know currently I need to lose some weight. That's why I'm cycling. If you follow me on Instagram, that's why I'm cycling, is to try to lose some weight. Because obviously I do want to be a bit healthier, but it's not a valid reason to dislike a video. But I'm getting way too into that. The thing that I think is unhealthy... Oh, cows! Cows! Not more cows. I'll find more cows yet. But the thing that, you know, is not healthy for me is the fact that YouTube have done this. They've played into this removal of the dislike button. I don't see it as a healthy thing. I don't see it as something that's going to give someone like a balanced... Oh, sheepses. Sheepses? Is there any baby sheepses? And horses? How did I miss the horses? Oh, look, baby sheepses. Or maybe that was just a shaved sheepses. I don't know. Anyway, right? So I don't think, you know, that removing that dislike button is going to give someone balance. I mean, look, we all like our videos to do well. Obviously, you know, of course I'm upset if a video that I've poured, you know, hours into planning and hours into filming and hours into editing, and then, you know, spending your time uploading it and replying to comments, of course I'm upset if it does badly. Does that mean it didn't, you know, that it shouldn't have done badly? No, maybe it was just a crap video. Maybe I made a bad video. Oh, we're in Mulvat. It's bringing us this way. Cool. Why are you doing 30 kilometers an hour? It's a 50 kilometer an hour zone. Why are you doing this? Yeah, so it's just, it doesn't give a balanced discourse. You know, there's lots of big channels out there. I won't name names, but I'm sure a lot of people know who I'm talking about. Some of them who respond really, really poorly to constructive criticism. Now, personally, I think constructive criticism is one of the best things that you can get as a channel, because for me, constructive criticism, and I don't mean just like, you know, out there negativity, because obviously that doesn't help anyone, but constructive criticism is good. Apologies, I wanted to enjoy that bit of road back there. So why is constructive criticism good in my opinion? Well, because, you know, I think if someone gives you constructive criticism, as in like, hey, I don't like this thing and I think it's something you could improve on and make your videos better, but I didn't like it in this video, so I hit dislike. Something like that, I think that's a good thing, because it shows that someone actively had an interest in your video, number one, which is always good in my opinion. Cool. I'm well impressed with this route selection RiserApp so far. Well done. But anyway, it actively shows an interest in your content, and it actively shows an interest in wanting you to improve. Whee! Oh, that was a slippy bit of road, but it's okay. Well done, Dunlops. Oh. It shows the active interest in your channel, and it gives you that little bit of feedback. Like, a lot of my videos have like 100% likes, 100% like, which is great. Obviously that makes me happy, but they obviously don't have 100% retention. So, you know, you get a certain amount of view time and then people click away, and to me that means that someone somewhere has not enjoyed the video, and I'd love to know why, you know what I mean? And something else that I've also noticed that's hilarious, and I think says a lot about, you know, the human psyche, is all my videos that have had at least one dislike have always gotten more views than the videos that get 100% likes. Take that as you will, but I found it very interesting. Anyway, my point is, I don't think this new move by YouTube is healthy, to be honest. I think what it's going to give is it's going to give people this false sense of everything is perfect, and then if YouTube decides to change again 4 years down the line, It could, you know, it could really upset people. More cows. And even now, you know, if people make videos and people put said videos out for the world to see on YouTube, you really shouldn't expect everyone to like them, because the thing about life is, and I get on with people, I like people, right? But the thing about it is, in life, you're never gonna like everyone. You're never gonna get on with everyone. More cows. Oh, that's a good view too. And, you know, for me, I think I think there's just a more balanced approach is to, you know, show, yeah, you know, some people dislike this video, but a lot more liked it. Like, I mean, if you get like 90% likes and 10% dislikes, to me, that's pretty good going. You know what I mean? That's an achievement. That is absolutely stunning. I just love views like that. Oh, whoops. Why am I always punching my GoPro? Yeah, I think it's number one, right? I think it's unhealthy, because there's already lots of big channels who are just packed to the gills, fully their, you know, their yes people, and all those people do is give them props and say, yeah, sure, you know, this is all perfect, everything's great. And even like, oh, that's a lot of stones there. Oh, this is a lot of stones. I don't like this. Okay, no, it looks clean again. And you know, I just don't see it as something that's going to benefit creators in the long run, removing the dislike button. I just don't think it makes sense. So yeah, that is my opinion on the YouTube thing, removing dislike buttons. And I apologize if I harped on too much for some people, but that's okay. If you didn't like me harping on that much and you listened that long, you can hit the dislike button. As a good friend of mine, what would Grant do, said to a commentator on one of his videos, who said dislike. They literally commented dislike, and he just replied, "There's a button for that." And I thought that was absolutely brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant, and it was absolutely hilarious, because yeah, there's literally a button for that, lad. You don't need to comment it. Dislike. Okay, then dislike it. Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd one. More loose frickin' gravel on the road. Absolute bane of my life in Ireland. More, for God's sake, people. Absolutely ridiculous. So what do I think of RiserApp so far? Oh, meine perennium. Anyway, what do I think of RiserApp so far? Like I said, the UI, I don't like that black background thing that doesn't show you the rest of the roads. But overall, I mean, it's the free version, and it's picked an absolutely great route. And when we get to the end of the route, what I'll do is I'll stop and I'll let it like compile the trip however it's going to compile it, and then I'll tell you what I think of that. But anyway, so basically what my whole argument boils down to is only positive feedback, and positive feedback all the time is not healthy. You know, it gives people false perceptions of what they're good at and what they're bad at, and I don't know. For me, I like when I get constructive feedback. One of my most helpful channel people, Hatter, who I've mentioned many times, he has called me out in things before that I've been wrong, and I have been wrong about them, or I've, you know, done something bad or whatever, and I don't even remember what those are, but I know that's happened. And even another channel on YouTube, Grom Trooper 6189, who's another good friend of mine at this point, he actually commented well over a year ago, I really couldn't hear you in that video. I found it very hard to understand you over your, you know, the wind noise and everything else. And what that did was that kicked off the start of my drive to improve my audio. So again, that was constructive criticism. It wasn't like they were, you know, for instance, the Grom Trooper, he wasn't just being negative for the sake of being negative. And I wouldn't even say he was being negative. It was a criticism, as in, hey, the audio in your video wasn't very good. I found it hard to hear. And as someone who has bad hearing, which is me, that kind of hit home. I was like, okay, I need to improve that, and that's what I went about doing. And I think now, and Grom Trooper, correct me if I'm wrong, I think now that, you know, I think I've gotten to a point that I'm actually quite happy with my audio. yeah, it took some time, but if I hadn't received that criticism, I might never have looked at it, because to me, you know, I could hear what I was saying when I was editing it. The sound sounded okay to me when I was editing it, but clearly it wasn't good enough, so it needed to be improved, and that wouldn't have happened if everyone only ever told me, yeah, everything's great, you know? And I think it kind of plays into this culture thing, which I, by the way, massively disagree with. You know, the everyone's a winner. Everyone is not a winner. It does not prepare you for life. Very few people are winners, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at all the people who don't ever have to worry about doing a regular 9 to 5 ever again, that is a very small percentage. And it's particularly unhealthy in, you know, in coming onto YouTube, because so few channels have what people would define as success, have, you know, the large amount of subscribers that can earn a living from YouTube. That is a minuscule amount of the overall YouTube population. So by telling everyone that they're all great, by not showing them dislikes, it's just a bad idea. So far, you know, I'd give the actual route selection on RiserApp. Again, the free version, anyone can download this, and I do not know anyone in RiserApp. I literally just decided to download this and try it literally today. So yeah, I think it's actually pretty good. I'm very happy with the route selection, especially considering in Ireland, because of our road system, it could be very hit and miss. Some of our roads are like goat tracks, so if it just literally goes onto the database of roads that like Google has and works from that, it could really miss. But I don't know, maybe they've done something with that in the background, or maybe they're only working off YouTube, but it seems to have worked quite well. So well done, Riser. And there is Kells Priory. If you haven't seen my video on Kells Priory, which is really cool, please do go give it a watch, because it included a lot of effort on my part to get the drone footage. That is Kells Priory down there. It's just a huge walled in structure. It is a priory, not a castle technically. I call it a castle because it's massive and stone walls, so that's a castle to me. But yeah, there you go. So if you haven't seen that, please do go give it a look, and stick around for the final thoughts on the RiserApp when I get home. Interesting, I've actually never went this way home, so I know I keep telling you I'm going to talk to you when I'm home, but I keep lying. But this way is interesting. I've literally never taken this road. I've ridden past it hundreds upon hundreds of times, but I've never turned down this way. I cannot believe I did not know this road was here. This is absolutely class. Not only are the views pretty, the road is lovely and bendy. Okay, so this is one thing I will mark it down on, is this particular road sucks. Now I know Riser isn't to know that. The road surface here is crap. It's falling apart, it's covered in gravel. It's also near my house. So I shall see y'all when we get back to the shed for real now. Okay, we are home, and what I'm going to do is have a little looky see at this RiserApp thingamajig. Finish. You sure you want to finish this trip? Yes. We'll just cover my top speed there, so it gives you your climb, your fall, sea level, your your average speed, your distance, your time. How did it go? It was a lovely spin home. Add bike. Let's add one here. Manufacturer. Manufacturer Honda. Choose a model. CBF 1000F, sure. Nickname Big Bertha. Build year 2011. Engine power, I don't know, like 100 horsepower, I think. Edit photo. Allow riser. Yeah, sure, whatever. Gallery. 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 Boom. So we've added bike. How was the weather? It was pretty good. Privacy, friends, high top speed, yes. I'd start and end, yes. So there you go. That is the spin. That was actually pretty good. I enjoyed that. If you want to find me on the RiserApp, my name is the GorillaBiker on here, so you can find me pretty easily. There you go, the GorillaBiker. And yeah, pretty cool actually. I like this. So I'll go back out to the other camera. So if you've watched, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of the RiserApp. I think it's pretty cool. Drawbacks are the Bluetooth thing with my watch. I don't know why that was happening. I'm going to see can I turn that off. And I do find in the towns that the UI is a little bit confusing. In regards, it doesn't really show you the roundabout, so you don't actually know which exit it is until you get quite close to it. Minor things, but yeah. Positives, it's free. The road selection was really good. I'm really happy with that road home. That was a lovely spin home. We'll probably use it again, and it gave me a new road that I didn't actually know was, well, I knew it was there, but I never used it, so that was cool as well. It drove me to use it. And only positive responses to things is not healthy. You need balanced debates in everything in life. You need constructive criticism and also constructive positivity. It's never good. Like, obviously, if someone's just being a destructive asshole, that's no benefit. But yeah, I disagree with the YouTube button removal. As always, a very special thank you to my patrons. You're all legends. I really appreciate your support. I genuinely really do. And if you'd like to join patrons, there's a link in the description. I'm not going to push that stuff, and you don't miss out on anything. Patrons just get early access and like discount for merch and stuff. And yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. Adios. Outro crew. I want to get this tattooed on me somewhere. I really like that. I think it's really cool. And the fast mask gloves are very comfy. Mucho confortable. So yeah. Also, outro crew, let me know. Are you going to get the RiserApp? Are you going to try it? I wouldn't say see why not. I'd say give it a go. And put it in an Ultimate Add-ons case. 10% off using the coupon code GORILLA10. Remember that. Yeah. Bye.